what's going on in social media world. So I got a little bit of a different one here for you. I'm going to actually do a box opening and a taste test. I'm going to bring in a family member, a great friend, someone that I enjoy spending a lot of time with, and enjoy whiskey with him as well. So, but this one goes out to Jordan Hardy. I'll give you a little backstory about Jordan Hardy. And I was, 24 years old. Tyler was just born, who's going to be 21 in August. And I worked with these guys at Digital Lightweight with Jordan and a bunch of other great guys that had done some military stuff. I'm going to bring that up because, my wife was in the military. My grandfather, who just passed away, was a World War II veteran. And my father was in the Marines and did 2 terms in Vietnam. Jordan being a Marine, I understand that his son is currently at the Naval Academy. So, Jonathan, the one thing that you can always say to your father is, where do the Marines go? Wherever the Navy wants to take them. So I understand that you, Jonathan, were headed to the Air Force to play football, and I know that Wes Schaefer, who also worked with us at Digital Lightwave, was really pushing the Air Force thing. So personally, I think you made the right decision going with the Navy. So Jordan and I were having a conversation. He was down in Alabama on the Gulf Coast with the family, and they were in a restaurant or a bar. I believe he said it was a little bar. I apologize. I don't remember all the details because it was a couple weeks ago. I've had 10,000 things go through my mind in the last 2 weeks, and 9,996 of them I've forgotten. So I'm just going to kind of run with this. He was sitting next to John Rich from Big and Rich, the country superstars. Had no idea who the guy was. They're just having a conversation. There's people kind of standing around looking in. Jordan kind of made a comment, hey, these are my fans. I guess John Rich said, hey, you must be somebody important. Then somebody had the courage to walk up to John Rich and say, hey, can I get your autograph? Well, at that moment, Jordan realized it wasn't his fans. He's not somebody important. Unless you know him, then he's very important. Had no idea who John Rich was. Then he found out who John Rich was and felt kind of like, hey, sorry, bud, I didn't know who you were. But coming from a world where famous people and spending time with famous people, when people don't know who you are, that's the most comfortable time because there's no pressure. So good for you, Jordan, for not bombarding him, having a great time discussing with him. He told me he gave you a bottle of this whiskey, this one on this side. And when we were talking, I went online because he told me I had to get it, and I'm a big whiskey drinker. He did not know about Granny Rich Reserve. So I found this today. The original Redneck trying to read upside down. I can't see it anyways. Redneck Riviera Whiskey. And then you have the Redneck Riviera Whiskey Granny Rich Reserve. So I'm going to do an opening and a taste test of this. And Jordan told me to he said this is his go-to. Give me real what you like. So right now I'm going to bring in the person I was talking about that I like to spend a lot of time with. He's cousin, he's family. He's Dave Hoekstra. And we are... we're social drinking today. We're not social distancing. So don't know what's in this box. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. He's a Raiders fan.
Totally.
But he's a whiskey drinker and he likes Burley. So I get 2 out of 3. So I'm a winner. So let's get these
Raiders
out.
are on the come up.
I am a Gruden fan though, by the way. So because I think the Bucks who are going to win the Super Bowl this year won the Super Bowl back in the day when Gruden was their coach. So we're going to get these open. I'll have Dave throw an ice cube. That one's open, so we'll have Dave throw an ice cube in each cup, which I'm actually using. One of the whiskeys that Dave and I both love is High West outside of Park City. We've been to their restaurant in Park City when we took the boys there a while back. Sorry that Alyssa or Tawny did not get to come. But let's go with the original. We're going to go with the Redneck Riviera Whiskey. And I was already told that I can't get hammered this weekend because I did it twice last weekend. I guess I was just in that mood. Yeah, Alyssa just gave me a big sigh. I'm sure you heard it because her face is closer to the camera than mine is. So we're going to give this a true test. You know what, Jordan?
Oh, that's smooth.
Jordan, you didn't steer me wrong, dude. This is
really smooth.
I'll try any whiskey, and this one is I'm actually going to save that and grab a couple of... Sorry, I didn't mean to...
Good, man.
Sorry. I'm going to grab a couple other glasses. I'm going to grab these ones, which I told you about. I was so far away when I took this shot that the bullets just stuck in the glass. Get Dave to throw a couple ice cubes in there. And we're going to try the Redneck Riviera Whiskey Granny Rich Reserve. That's going to be hard to, that was actually, you know what, Jordan, I'll be honest with you. You did not steer me wrong on this one. That might be, for the cost, that package of both these bottles was $25. So, it smells a little lighter to me.
Got a little more bite.
Wow.
It's still very drinkable.
Wow, Jordan,
Yeah.
you said you didn't have this
Good.
one, and you have not had this one yet. You need to go find it because it's good.
I actually prefer that one a little bit.
It's definitely, it's got, this one,
Yeah.
to me, this has a little more spice.
It does.
This one's just, I mean, this one's just chug-a-lug-a-lug. I mean, you can, we're gonna have to put this away because we're not allowed to drink a whole lot of whiskey tonight. Although the girls did say that they would go back to Dave and Kara's house and me and Dave could stay here, and he's like, Redneck Riviera Whiskey all night. So
Sleepover.
Sleepover.
Cheers,
Cheers. So, anyways, Jonathan, I really appreciate what you're doing, joining the Naval Academy,
Absolutely.
doing your passion, especially after having the opportunity, which I understood you already signed to play football at Air Force, which the only thing that bums me out is I live like 20 miles from the Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs. I could have come watch you play. You made a comment to your father that you love barbecue. You also made a comment to your father that you know him. I bet he's a great guy to have a drink with. You know what, bud? We will have that drink. And
Cheers,
tonight,
Jonathan.
I'm doing a brisket, and it's dedicated to you, brother. Thank you for your service. Talk to you
Absolutely.
soon.
Thanks, buddy.
Everybody have a good night.